CMSportsNet is made possible by Genova's To Go and by Carroll Links.
Welcome to the CMSportsNet Game of the Week. We've got Westminster visiting Liberty in a boys lacrosse Carroll County clash. I'm Pat Stoetzer, and joining me today and tonight is former high school boys lacrosse coach Jeff Doolan. Jeff, thanks for being back with us. Appreciate your time. Liberty and Westminster playing in their Carroll County Athletic League opener to here tonight at the Lions Den. Liberty trying to go 2-0. The Owls are 0-4 to start the season. A little different record than we're used to seeing from Westminster. Jeff, some quick thoughts about what we're going to see here today.
I think it'll be a big test for both of them early in the season. You know, Westminster 0-4, but really battling the injury bug. Between graduation and the four guys that are out right now, they're missing a lot of pieces. So it's about how those young guys and inexperienced guys step into those roles. And for Liberty, I think, it's just trying to figure out, with only one game under their belt, where they stand. So Westminster's 0-4 against some really good teams. They seem to be improving, and only one game on the slate so far for Liberty. So it'll be a good test for both of them.
A good barometer for both of them this early this season. We have some more pregame coverage coming up for you. We're going to take a quick break though, but don't go away. We got more Game of the Week broadcast coming right up.
Hungry? Genova's To Go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's To Go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's To Go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's To Go. Genova's To Go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's To Go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Welcome back. CMSportsNet Game of the Week just about to get underway. Westminster and Liberty from the Lions Den in Eldersburg. Some Carroll County boys lacrosse. Pat Stoetzer and Jeff Doolan with you. Jeff, you mentioned injuries. Westminster dealing with a couple already, and we're going to see the starting lineups here in a second. But early in the year, how can you respond to losing your face-off guy, Max Johnson, one of your top offensive guys in Austin Hardesty, and a few others?
Yeah, I mean, they're between graduation, like I said, and the injuries with Max Johnson and face-off. It's going to be a big day to see if Ronan Keys can step up in that back role, which he's been doing. And then, with Austin out of attack, who can kind of step in, can chase up, take over that quarterback role there.
Right.
And without, Cam Webb in the midfield, he's kind of been their big dodger there. So it'll be big for Spiegel and Comfort, two young guys to step into roles there as well.
And then for Liberty, you mentioned just the one game on their ledger so far, a win over Catoctin. Again, a team that graduated its top two scorers from a year ago.
Right, and they got some young guys too. So they're going to be testing. Everyone's going to be kind of testing their lineups to figure out what pieces work together the best. And waiting for some young guys to grow up.
And it's okay in the beginning of the season to do that, but then again, it's a county game.
Right.
We don't want to lose too many of those.
Right into the mix, right out of the gate. So
yeah.
It'll be an interesting game for them.
Westminster, the reigning county champions from last season. Coming into this season, again, we talked about Liberty losing their guys to graduation. They lost the same as well. Westminster, all their defense and the top scorers too. So, and the coach, new coach this year, Mike Fleming, not a stranger to the program. We'll talk more about it during the game, but some changes on the sideline for Westminster.
Yeah, for sure. So it'll be an interesting test for both of them. I really think neither one of them has a really good idea of where they're heading right now. So, like you said, the county opener this early.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean,
you've got to jump right into it.
Westminster looking for their first win, and obviously they want to get a huge win there in the county. And Liberty gets a win against the reigning county champs. It could bode well for them down the stretch or early on in the season. We're going to pause now, and it's going to pause for the national anthem coming up here shortly. Oh, no, Liberty starters first. Sorry about that. PA announcer going over the lineups here too. It's a record you don't normally see, Jeff, 0-4 on Westminster's side. But again, look, you know this as well as I do. Things go in cycles. You're going to have to respond to that. And like you said, they battled a couple of those games against some pretty good teams.
Well, yeah, they didn't shy away from anybody in the scheduling. So,
they did not.
You know, they jumped right in with Towson and Hereford, who have been perennial state contenders, and then Huntingtown, who's been an up-and-coming program the last few years and been getting pretty deep into the playoffs. Sherwood, who's going to be very good this year. They could compete with Churchill, I think, for the Montgomery County Championship this year.
And that's no slouch.
Yeah, and they've there's been some state titles out of that county too. So
right.
They haven't been ducking anybody.
No, not yet. And they won't. So now we're going to pause for the national anthem here from Liberty, and then we'll get ready to have the first face-off between the Owls and the Lions.
For playing the national anthem.
Move it closer to your mouth. National anthem is in the books, and the first county game is about to get underway between Westminster and Liberty. The Owls dominated this game last year to a victory. Liberty started the season last year strong and hit a lull in the middle of the year, finished 6-8. And then we mentioned Westminster, the reigning county champions. There's going to be some competitive games in this county this spring, I do believe. I think the level of competition is kind of right with each other for up and down the board.
Yeah, I think for sure. I think there's going to be a lot of parity this year. And it's going to be, which teams step up on any given night.
Right.
But I do feel like this year could be, it's pretty wide open.
Yeah.
I still think everybody healthy. Westminster still, has a really good shot at coming back with that county championship. But
right.
They're not healthy. So
they are, and
who
it starts
knows when
today.
they will get healthy.
And it starts today, right?
Yeah,
with the first.
We're right into it.
The first defense, and again, it could be a big win for Liberty. They're a big statement early on, and we saw Winners Mill take a step up last year and compete with Westminster right to the very last game of the year. It was a great game. So again, I think it's out there. I think people might see the 0-4 and say, "Hey, we got a shot now against the best team in the county year after year in Westminster."
Absolutely.
How could you not?
And like you said with Winners Mill, and they return the county player of the year.
Yes, and others. Whereas a couple of those guys lost their top scorers, Winners Mill's got both of theirs back. So that goes a long way, obviously, to success.
Should be a fun year.
Should be, and it should be a fun game here from Eldersburg. I didn't think we'd have this game today, actually, with that rain yesterday, and Athletic Director Ed DeVinci did a great job getting things ready. He was a little pessimistic this morning just because of the rain, but it held off, and the field looks good. We're going to have a good night of lacrosse here. No JV game. We moved this up about a half hour to get it in and get the spring break underway. So you see the referees talking to the teams there in midfield. So Jeff, for the people who might not know, it's 4 quarters, 12 minutes. I'm trying to think. No other rule changes, right? In terms of 2024 that I know of. I try to look at it every year.
Nothing big. There's a couple things and points of emphasis, but nothing will really change too much.
If you're Westminster here, Jeff, I think you just want to start as strong as you can. Obviously, you want to start strong, but I mean, especially when you're coming at this 0-4, and you don't want to go to 0-1 in the county.
Yeah, absolutely. I think early on, there's Ronan Keys with the first face-off win.
Yep.
Got that out pretty quick to himself.
Ronan Keys taking the place of Max Johnson, who was an all-county face-off guy a year ago. And Westminster is first on offense. Gavin Gifford at the top here, 32. He has the ball just outside of the restraining line.
Waiting for Spiegel with the sub for the face-off guy. So they got the 3 middies on, Comfer, Spiegel, and Gifford.
Patience is going to be key here, too, I would think, Jeff, early on, just to kind of settle things down and move your offense.
Yeah, especially, they're coming out, Westminster's out in the 2-3-1 motion offense. So it's really about, getting somebody to win a matchup somewhere and then move the ball from there. Nice takeaway check.
It was a turnover. That's Colton Bull, sophomore defender for Liberty, number 26. And that's the first turnover of the game, and now Liberty will get a chance to try to run some offense here. This is Mason Ambrose coming in behind the goal. Senior midi, maybe one of the guys they're going to look to replace a couple of those guys that graduated last year. Edwin Blythe, Aiden Ventura, and a couple others from that offensive attack, led by Coach Steve Fabian.
They've caught all 3 of Westminster's offensive midfielders on, so there's no pole and no D midi. Good look inside.
It was a good look. Got to catch it.
He stepped in the crease behind the play, so it's going to be black ball.
So it would have been null anyway there, but that was a good look, trying to get it to Riley Wickline, number 6. But now a turnover, and Westminster has the ball back. High pass to Gifford. He corrals it. And Westminster will set up. Westminster coached by Mike Fleming this year. Steve DeFeo left his post after last season. Mike Fleming, no stranger though to Carroll or this matchup, to be honest. Spent a long time on Liberty's sideline.
A lot of years with Liberty.
Went to Gerstel for a while, came on the Westminster staff, and took over this year. So Coach Fleming, no stranger to Carroll County lacrosse.
Good early help there from Liberty on defense.
Yeah, that's Nick Comfer, number 20.
Comfer originally won that matchup.
Gets by this time, but a nice save.
And there's a flag down there for the check to the
I
head.
think it's going to be a check, but a good save there. Jamison Eder come up with the ball, but a penalty, I believe, is going to make Liberty shorthanded here.
Yeah, just got that check up a little high, up into the head.
Good job by Comfort to get around the defender.
Flags on Liberty.
Ethan Carpinetti was a defender, a freshman on the roster, number 5. Couple freshmen on this roster. 30-second penalty, Jeff? Technical, yeah.
That's what they called it. Not sure how you hold someone's head.
Here we go. The first, the first questioning by Jeff Doolan. Won't be the last, right? And a ball out of bounds. So turnover to Liberty.
That one.
That one didn't see that one either. But anyway, Liberty has the ball. And to kill off that penalty.
It looked like a shot that Westminster was closest to where it went out.
It did look like, and that is the rule, obviously.
Liberty was closer to the end line. I think the ref got a little
hair trigger.
Yeah, I think maybe just a bad angle.
Maybe. It's Vincent Downey bringing it in, a sophomore. So some young guys out there right now for Liberty.
So that 30-second penalty is killed off. So they're
full
back
strength.
even.
Yep. Under 9 to play here in the first quarter, opening quarter. Glad you're with us here on our first Game of the Week broadcast from CMSportsNet. 2024 spring season is officially underway. Early in the season like this, Jeff, I'm probably not too surprised to see the slower pace offense. You want to,
yeah, they're also feeling out matchups a little bit and seeing where they want to attack. Liberty start off in a 2-3-1. They're kind of in an open look right now. Probably dodge off one of these corners here at some point. Try to get the defense moving.
This is Carpinetti, the freshman, over there on the right side of the box, coming in from the right.
He's going to drag Spiegel behind from Westminster, get that short stick matchup at X on the
trying to get somebody to cut, right? Oh, here he comes, take himself, double team now. We'll switch on defense. Back outside it goes. Connor Hatfield gobbles it up. One of the seniors on this roster. And Ethan Addison, sophomore,
nice
off the
check
ball.
right
Good
there.
check there by Comfer. And back we go, Westminster. On the run.
Don't really have numbers here, so he's going to
Smart to pull that out, right?
Good play here.
Spiegel with the ball in.
So they're going to try to get this other midfield unit in. That first group got stuck on there quite a bit. So
Jack Hitchcock
that'll
comes
be
out.
something to keep an eye on. Got Hitchcock and Paisley coming in.
Yep.
Along with Nick Durr. Looks like.
Nick Durr, a freshman, too. There's a shot. That's going to be Westminster's ball. Shot taken there by Hitchcock, number 3. Owls will retain it. come up on 5 minutes into this first quarter. Bouncing shot. Not sure if Eder got a piece of it, but either way, a good check there by Liberty. Nico Marsicano. And turnaround fair play there. A couple nice checks right here on the sideline. See, it's going to be a loose ball push, I believe. Yep. Liberty will get the ball. Nice scrum there to try to get the loose ball. Liberty with some substitutions, and the Lions have it. It's Marsicano. Triple teamed here, but he gets it across the midline. Pass to Ambrose.
Flag down, trailer in the play. He's got free possession here.
Until it hits the ground, right, Jeff? Oh, there you go. There's the end of the play.
It would be, it's a live ball until the defense, until it goes out of bounds and the defense controls it. So loose ball, they'll keep playing.
Okay. And that was the ball out of bounds, so they're going to get the penalty now. Looks like a slash, 1 minute. 6.5 to go, opening quarter.
Looks like the penalty was on attack with Chase Zepp on that ride back.
And we will resume play with Liberty a man up for 1 minute.
Liberty sitting at a 3-3 right now. Going to rotate this right side.
First man advantage for the Lions here in this one.
Good look inside.
Good look inside.
Save by McNamara.
Save by
for
Connor
Westminster.
McNamara. Yep.
He's one. Need a big night from Connor in the early goings of the season. Right
yeah,
now.
I was just going to say he's a returner from last year. He had a good year for the county champs, and that was a big save there.
Yeah, he's about 60% on the year.
A ride out there by Liberty, and it'll be a turnover back to the Lions. Still a little bit of time left on the penalty. Lions get it back in. Looking for an opening. Penalty about to expire here. I think they're back to full strength.
Again, going to that invert look. So it looks like that's something Liberty wants to do tonight is get those short sticks behind for Westminster. Good check on the shot.
Yeah, I was just going to say it was a good attempt there, but Westminster
kind of gets a save for that one, but thank his defender for making that one a little easier on him.
Yes, goalies will take those easy saves, right, Coach?
Absolutely.
It's a confidence builder. You just want to, if you like you said a second ago, you can have a big game from him today, and what better way than to have a couple saves early on?
Yep.
All right, now the Owls are back on offense.
Nick Paisley up top here.
This is an opportunity. You mentioned the guys that are missing right now, and you got a couple guys who maybe you wouldn't see start normally. It's got to be you got to be licking your chops a little bit if you're these young guys. Hey, this is my chance to get out there and make a name for myself early on.
Definitely a chance to get out there and try to prove yourself. Mm-hmm. You know, I think Westminster's got to figure things out because they're just missing some of their key creators of offense.
Sure.
You know, Cam Webb was one of their best dodgers up top from the midfield, and Austin's their big ball carrier. So they just got to find where they're going to create offense from.
Right.
You know, at some point they might, start throwing some on-ball pick play, two-man game into that mix a little bit, since guys aren't winning their matchups.
Mm-hmm. Long pass there from Liberty to set up this run into the offensive end. This is Ethan Addison, number 22 there, a sophomore. Played a little bit last year for Coach Fabian and the Lions. And they're trying to set this up again, Jeff, where you just run your offense from the top here, and like you said, try to get a matchup, a mismatch, if you will. Riley Wickline, one of the starters here today, a junior.
Being defended by Tyler Leppard. Doing a nice job staying on hands.
A good job there by their defense.
Ball goes down.
Yep. Westminster defense has played well here so far.
Yeah, I mean, so far, you got to say both teams have.
That's true. That's true.
They've both given up a couple shots, but really not great quality chances. So both offenses are, both defenses are winning the battle right
so
now.
far, yeah. Only been the one face-off, and we've been playing through here with 3:15 remaining in the opening quarter. Scoreless, Westminster and Liberty. There's a high shot there. Westminster first to it. I think that was Hitchcock again. Yeah, he's had a couple shots here already. Ball down. A good job by Marcicano there. Still down. Gavin Gifford picks it up, 32 for the Owls, and back behind the net. Nice pass. Gifford will shoot and score.
It's a good job by Chase up there. He got top side on this guy, kind of drew the slide, the hedge right in his face, and dumped it backside to Gifford, and Gifford was able to put one away.
First goal of the game goes to Gavin Gifford, senior midfielder. Nice pass by Chase Zepp. And the Owls lead 1-0. That's the one you just take a breath now, and you've got your first goal. And
yeah, break the ice a little bit,
maybe
take a little attention off. And here, if Ronan can... Ooh.
Big shoulder-to-shoulder hit. And let's see, did Westminster come away with the face-off, or before the face-off even was won, huh? We'll see.
Looks like they're giving an illegal body check full time, 1 minute.
So that technically would be a face-off one for Westminster.
Ooh, 2 minute full time.
A little up high, I guess.
Yeah, so, that's one thing in the last 2 years. The officials have the ability to make any contact to the head either a 1, 2, or 3 minute, and whether it's releasable or non-releasable. So they went with the 2 minute non-releasable on that one.
Well, this gives the Owls an opportunity then
Yeah,
to
big opportunity for Westminster
score a couple goals
to do
here.
something
Yeah.
here. So see what kind of EMO offense they've got going.
Non-releasable meaning they could score a couple goals and the penalty still
Right, so
stands.
again, if Ronan gets back out there and wins some face-offs, they can have multiple chances here.
Like a make-it-take-it kind of an attitude. It's good defensive work here, though, by Liberty.
Good individual effort there. He did that all alone.
Back to Marcicano, and here
Got a
comes
4-on-3
Aaron
break
Lamb,
here.
a defender. Intercept the pass. They were trying to get it to Vincent Downey, Liberty was, and Westminster stepped in front of the pass, but the Lions.
So this will be interesting. There's still got to be about a minute and a half left on that penalty. Liberty with a timeout call there.
It's probably smart to settle things down a little bit because you're shorthanded there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It's kind of a 50-50 there. You call the timeout, you save your guy, but you don't, and now they have a chance to set up the double team.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
So they can put their two best guys out there and shut everybody off now because they got two.
We'll take
extra man there.
We'll take a look at the goal by Gifford, and you mentioned Zepp drew the defense.
Yeah, and that's where he just got top side, then got that backside look to Gifford on the hedge for the defender.
Put it to the far side.
Bounce shot, stick side.
Yep. There you see Coach Fleming talking to Westminster's guys during the timeout. And Gavin Gifford, not a name we called a lot last year, but a veteran on this team. Maybe he's a guy that can fill a void while a couple of those other guys are down.
He ran on that first midfield last year with those guys. And kind of was the third option. Again, this year now, those guys all have to step up a little bit. So it'll be it's good to see him get one early.
Just one goal so far in the first 11 or so minutes, 10 plus minutes of action anyway. And Westminster on to the 1-0 lead here on our broadcast. CMSportsNet game of the week from the Lions Den in Eldersburg. Gotta love that March weather, right, Jeff? A little cold, a little damp. Sun did come out, though, for a little bit, so that's good. But come on, bring on April and May. I know that's what you want to. Enough
70 and sunny.
Enough of the winter. Technically spring, but you wouldn't know it.
So Westminster's going to start with the double team right here with Wyatt McNamara and Gavin Teitelbaum on the ball. One pole, one short. Got to try to get ahead and turn them back, shut off these adjacents.
Liberty going to keep the ball.
You got a good look at the double here.
They did. And
a slip out of it.
Obviously, if you're Liberty, you want to score a goal here, but you're also killing the penalty.
Yeah, they're 100% right now, just trying to get the time to wind down on this one.
And there's another one. Oh, a shot taken off McNamara's face mat or helmet, I
We're able to
believe.
pull the flag, so.
Yeah. So it's going to be another penalty potentially on Westminster.
There's Ethan Carpinetti doing a good job just running out the penalty, just playing keep away there. Eventually they drew the flag, so now they'll actually go man up.
Yeah, and they did kill that penalty, so Liberty did. So mission accomplished on that regard.
Absolutely.
You obviously want to get a goal there, but
2 men down and never even give up a shot.
Yeah, correct.
So
penalty on Gavin Teitelbaum of Westminster. So again, Liberty will be a man up here. Liberty's defense for the first 11 minutes here has come to play.
Yeah, I think Westminster's going to have to figure out how to just deal with that pressure. It's nothing fancy, defenders just going out and getting in hands, and Westminster struggled with that so far.
Now we got another flag dropped here. Let's see. Waved it off. Was Liberty offsides, maybe? Whatever it is, it's a turnover.
I have no idea what
I don't
they called
either.
there. It was 6-on-5. The numbers seemed fine. It could have been maybe an equipment type time.
Oh, could have been. Ooh, and a little wide pass from Westminster, and Liberty will get the ball right back. 48 seconds to go. Opening quarter. Yeah, I couldn't hear.
Yeah, the referee just blew the whistle and pointed inside. So
Liberty didn't complain too much, so it must have been maybe it was an equipment thing. Either way, a turnover here on this near side gives the ball back to Westminster. To Liberty. Here's Ethan Carpinetti. Oh,
now Liberty is back to 5 men, so that penalty must not have expired. We didn't get the time on the penalty.
Oh yeah, you're right. You got two guys in the penalty.
So that's
area.
what it was. Liberty had too many men.
I see. Yeah, maybe that was its miscommunication there on the Lions side. But they have the ball here, under 30 seconds to go.
Now Liberty gets their penalty release. So they're
right at the same time Westminster does.
At the same time, so they're both even.
Good job by Ambrose. Couldn't get a good shot off, though. And Westminster defense also doing a good job here. Ooh, some pushing around the crease. McNamara will
only
heave
7
it down.
seconds, just trying to get it down the field.
Not the worst thing to do there. Just get it down there, see what happens. And there's the end of the first quarter. So low scoring, but Westminster gets the first goal. The Gavin Gifford goal has the Owls up 1-0. A defensive struggle here for the first 12 minutes, but a good game. Good defensive efforts on both sides.
Yeah, I think in honor of Orioles opening day, they decided to go with the baseball score today.
Although they had a lacrosse score today, 11-3. So, yeah, you're right.
I think this is kind of about what we expected for this early of a game. Is everybody trying to feel things out, figure things out. Offensively, both teams look a little disjointed.
Yes.
Defensively, early in the season, defenses tend to have a little bit of an advantage with that because the offenses are trying to gel and figure things out.
Sure.
Where the defenses have a little bit of a leg up in the early part.
Especially
you see Liberty doing a great job with that. They're jumping out and getting in hands and harassing some of the Westminster guys.
No doubt.
They just got to learn to move their feet and move the ball to get away from that pressure when it happens. And that'll come with some time. And Liberty's just got to get in their groove. Looks like they want to attack those inverts a little bit. Maybe get a little more motion off ball when that happens to make it a little harder for Westminster to defend.
Right. So the Owls break back onto the field, and Liberty will do the same, and we'll start the second quarter here. Face-off coming up here soon. And the face-off to start the second quarter. You got Ronan Keys for Westminster, I believe, again. Mason Lounsbury looks like it is for Liberty. And face-off won by the Owls. That's 3 now for Westminster. And here comes Gavin Teitelbaum. Shot goes wide. It's a good job by Westminster to get right into that offensive zone. They'll keep the ball. Chase Zepp has the ball now behind the goal. And that pass goes all the way back to midfield, but a good job by Westminster to keep it. And this is Spiegel again.
Yeah, good job by Travis Mann on the defensive side there to keep that over, because if that ball crosses the line, it's a turnover. So he kept it in front for Spiegel to get out and grab it. Spiegel doing a good job winning his matchup there. They got no balance, so no backup there.
That's going to be Liberty's ball,
So that's going to be Liberty ball, yeah.
Spiegel didn't quite have that angle. Took a nice shot, a little wide, and good hustle by the Lions defense, and they'll have the ball. That's Nico Marsicano again. We've called his name a bunch here for Liberty on defense. Oh, and a good job there by Zapp.
Yeah, good ride, just using that sideline as the extra defender.
Caleb Elburn was trying to come up the sideline, and Zapp saw it and cut him off and did a good job. That's a turnover, forced him out of bounds. Obviously allowed in boys lacrosse as long as you're not hitting above the head like we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, or from behind. So he was kind of shoulder to shoulder there and just rode him right out to the line.
Zapp draws some attention. Back up top to Confer. And here's Spiegel.
That was Hitchcock with the ball there. Now
you're right.
Behind.
Yep.
Good feed inside.
Good feed and a goal. Number 5, Tyler Wareheim. Is that Zapp again, I believe, on that pass?
I believe it was, yeah. So that was a good job originally by Hitchcock to get up there and draw the attention.
Yeah.
Threw it back. Chase Zapp then was able to look inside. Tyler Wareheim with a nice little backdoor cut there on his guy to get to the back pipe and a finish. So 2
assists now, I believe, for Chase Zapp. And a goal apiece. 1 for Gavin Gifford, 1 for Tyler Wareheim, the junior attackman. And here's another face-off. Let's see. Fighting for it.
Yeah, it looked like Ronan Keys on that time actually kind of won the clamp and didn't get the ball out clean, so it stuck around.
Let's see who they're going to give it to.
I believe Liberty stepped out of the box too early before possession. One of the attackmen stepped over, who's out again. This ride right here should not be happening, and now he's offsides. That should have been an offsides flag too.
Teitelbaum gets around him though and comes into the offensive zone.
But should have been made to go back inside the box since that was the violation. Referees kind of missed one there, and then he fell on the other side of midfield, which should be a flag down.
This is Chase Zapp on the far corner, directing traffic here for Westminster on offense, and we'll see if that last goal kind of opens things up here for the Owls.
I'd like to see Chase kind of challenge at the pipes there a little bit more. He had a nice initial move and got some steps, and then he faded to feed, but I'd like to see him try to go ahead and turn that corner. There's Noah Paisley up top. Good look inside.
This is Hitchcock again at the top.
We got a defender, shorter defender, must be equipment. He dropped his stick.
Hustling off is number 10, Mason Lounsbury. In comes number 9, Jedediah Kim. I see the stick down on the field over there, and here comes the Lions on a turnover. Kevin Kern, fresh off the wrestling season. And that's Downey, number 1, I believe, back behind the goal now. And another turnover.
Tyler Leppert trying to run it out. Gets hit at the midline. Nice ride back.
Oh, and a flag comes out, and Liberty sideline not happy about it.
I have to see the replay on that one. It looked like he hit him kind of in the chest, but maybe that's shoulder to chest.
Yeah, it's shoulder to chest for sure.
And he didn't take a longer than 5-yard run at him, so. And he gave full time.
Yeah, it happens quick. It happens fast. We're watching it in slow-mo. It didn't look like it was anything above the head. Steve Fabian certainly didn't think so on the Liberty sideline, but nonetheless, Riley Wickline will take it
right to chest.
Yep.
I mean,
that's okay.
Yeah, the helmet rattles around a little bit, but it's more from the change in direction and momentum. Mm-hmm. I think that's a pretty clean lacrosse hit.
Broken stick comes off the field. Jake Landry comes on for the Lions.
But I will say, we're seeing that at all levels, even at the Division I level now. It is very rare you see a hit of any kind that doesn't result in a flag.
Yeah. I know you're not a big fan of that.
No, I mean,
you want to be safe, of course.
Right,
but
you flag the ones that deserve it.
Sure,
but sometimes it just happens.
Yeah,
it's
I
clean
get it.
hit.
I get it.
I think that was probably one of them. I want to see Spiegel draw there. Good job.
Good
Gets
passing
it down
here
the
from
side.
Westminster. That time they've got a guy to recover. It was shot from the far side there.
Probably want to see Tyler Wareheim there curl up to beat that
Wareheim.
pass.
Okay.
So when that ball got to his side, when Hitchcock threw it down, if he curls up to beat that pass, he gives himself a little better angle, a little better chance to finish that one.
Sun peeking out here. It's going to be in Westminster's eyes here for a little bit.
Well, this is one of those fields that, good finish.
Yeah,
So good
good
skip
finish.
pass there from Spiegel down to Gifford. Gifford stepped around, reached around the goalie, and put that one away.
Westminster goal by number 30.
Sort of left the goalie out to dry there. No defender back to help.
Yeah, I mean, it's man-down defense, so you're trying to rotate, 5 guys against 6.
Sure.
And they just kind of caught that skip pass, which, the skip pass is what you look for on offense. So Spiegel with a nice skip pass down there to Gifford. He stepped in, reached around the goalie.
Nice job to go top shoulder.
I think it's, this is one of those fields. You look down at Connor McNamara in the goal for Westminster right now. He's staring
right into
straight
the
into the sun.
Correct. Here's a face-off. Looks like Liberty's going to get their first one. They do.
I think that's why you're supposed to build fields so they run north-south.
Well, this one has been here long before all these guys were on the field for sure. But unless you're the home team and you like the fact that you get to play the fourth quarter of course, the sun will be gone by then, I think. But a turnover there after Liberty won the face-off. So 8 minutes to go here. The Owls will have the ball. Looks like Teitelbaum to start. Yeah, he'll pass it back to his goalie.
Yeah, he'll throw it back just to get away from that double team. And now got to kind of switch the field. Good job by West. It's a little low pass, but
Compher will bring it in.
Easy bump over to get the clear. Zepp's got the middle here. Oh, does a nice draw here. We got to finish.
That was Zepp with a good pass over to the side. The shot goes wide from Hitchcock, I believe, number 3.
Not so sure Zepp couldn't have shot that, just stepping right down the middle to get down that pipe.
Hitchcock's definitely been not afraid to take some shots early in the game, which is good for the one of the younger guys on the squad.
But so far, we've seen Zepp win his matchup a few times, so I think we'll probably see a little more of that. Look inside there, didn't handle the pass.
Eder trying to get it out, still alive, and Westminster gobbles it right back up. Ground ball there for number 27, Wyatt McNamara. And Compher will set up the offense. Give it to Gifford and gets it in the box.
Here we got Zepp. This is a good time to go. There's not a defender close to help if he decides to go right there. Now he'll get through. Same thing for Hitchcock. He's going to be a lefty, probably going the other way.
Being guarded by Colton Bull. Up top, Spiegel gets around his first man.
Zepp's got his guy hung up, so you can see a lot of off-ball movement right here from Westminster trying to get one of these guys free. Zepp's got a free.
This is Wareheim again. Guarded by Brent Sims, a freshman for Liberty. And back up top, Westminster goes. Jacob Spiegel. Inside to Compher. And a bouncing shot goes wide. Westminster backs it up. Westminster's offense starting a little bit, find a little bit of rhythm. Not scoring a ton of goals, but finding some rhythm here.
Yeah, and maintaining possession for long bouts. That makes it tough on the defense.
Good checks there on defense. Wareheim comes up hanging his arm a little bit after a couple of those from Marsicano.
Testing out those elbow pads.
Yeah, make sure they're in tip-top shape. I'm sure that felt great. There's Spiegel with a shot.
Another good take. I think, Westminster's getting shots.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be really stuck on trying to bounce the ball at the feet. I'd like to see them change those shots up a little bit. Lacrosse, a lot of times they call it shooting for net. Don't shoot for the bounce. Just shoot for a spot on the net.
Compher will try and score.
And there you go.
Oh no, it fooled me. Hit the outside of the net. And Compher stuck his hand up like I thought he had scored, but instead it's a little bit errant, and here comes Liberty. Can they take advantage? And a timeout's called, I believe.
Yep, good timeout there. Just settle things down. Like we said, they've been on defense for a long time.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you get a good possession out of this.
So just 3-0 here with 5.5 left in the second quarter. But if you're Westminster, you got to like the way the last minute or two have gone, just the way the offense was working.
Yeah, honestly, the first half of this quarter the field's been tilted their way pretty much the whole time. And on top of that, the shots are probably, about a 6-to-1 ratio right now. So got to like where that's heading for them. But they got to put the ball away though. So a lot of those shots they haven't found the back of the net with. So they got to find ways to do that.
Liberty's doing a good job keeping it a close game so far. Their defense has definitely risen up here, but Westminster is pitching the shutout here, and Liberty just hasn't had a lot of offensive looks yet so far. See the Owls huddle there, talking to the coaching staff, and there's Liberty's assistants. So Steve Fabian in the middle there somewhere. They have two huddles going on over here. So
yeah, it's usually the offensive one in one huddle and defense in the other.
Yeah, Coach Fabian talking to the offense. One of his assistants talking to the defense. Three 0, 5:32 to go in the second quarter.
This is a big possession for Liberty. They haven't really had the ball in a while. So, this is going to be a good possession for them to get the ball, get everybody to get a touch, and try to create some offense here. Take a little bit of the momentum back.
A goal here could go a long way for Liberty just to sort of get on the board and also, like you said, give that defense a little bit of a breather. Maybe not a fast goal because your defense will go right back out there. But
yeah, I think at this point you'll take it anyway.
That's correct. Yeah, you're right.
Had that timeout and rest everybody up a little bit.
That's true. And you want your offense to find a little bit of a rhythm here if you can. But Westminster's defense has been playing well, just like Liberty's.
So McNamara out getting a little bit of pressure here.
Matthew Brandel, freshman. And a loose ball picked up by Connor McNamara. So that's not what you wanted for your Liberty coming out of that timeout.
No, because like you said, that was kind of fast, and they didn't end up with anything at the end of it.
Not even a shot. And here come the Owls with that 3-0 lead. Under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Thanks for joining us here on the CMSportsNet Game of the Week. And here's a rush.
Good time to push for Paisley. Again, bounce shot. Missed the cage of that one. Maybe got a piece of it. The keeper, number 24, Peter Jameson.
Paisley, big guy out there, number 4 for Westminster. Got some off the pipe. Shot by Hitchcock. Eater may have gotten a piece of it, but I thought it hit the pipe. And that's going to be a loose, I'm pretty sure it's a loose ball. Oh, no, never mind. What do I know? Nice pass back. Oh, big save. Oh,
and it trickles.
Eater had to save, and it rolled into the net. Liberty did everything right there. Just a good shot got through. So Spiegel's first goal of this game. And it's 4-0 Westminster, and that's a bit of a killer for Liberty. Did a good job there.
Well, so it was an odd sequence too. They were going to get the referee had his hand up. They were going to get the loose ball push, but then Liberty had the ball for just a cradle, just long enough to wipe off the push, and then they turned it back over, and then got back. Westminster got back inside.
Eater did get his stick on it. This brings me deja vu. We did Westminster South Carroll last year. Westminster won the game, and they scored a goal almost just like that, where the goalie from South Carroll made a save and was unable to keep it, and it fell across the line. That's a killer when you're the goalie. Face-off won there by Westminster. And do we have a timeout?
Yeah, I think Coach Fleming called a possession timeout there, thinking Teitelbaum might have lost it. Gavin actually did a really nice job turning back inside and getting that ball away. But I want to say, I think on that last goal, I think it was Zepp that had the feed on that too. So I think he's got 3 assists already.
Give him 3 assists, and making the offense work. And that's what Westminster's needed. Yeah, we didn't start the season again. I know the competition has been tough. I know you never want to be losing a game 10-1 earlier in the year, and they did lose one of those games. At least you told me one of those was a little closer, the tournament game. They need a game like this, at least at the start of this game, to calm everything down and tell your guys, if you're Coach Fleming and the staff, you're telling them, this is how we want to start. It's a long season, guys. It's still March. We got a long way to go.
Right. It's also a long game. I mean, there's still a lot of time left here. I mean, they're only up 4 goals right now. With Lacrosse, you get a couple possessions, a couple quick hitters, and you're right back in it for Liberty. So this can, I think both, Liberty's saying they're not too far out of it.
Sure.
Coach Fleming's trying to, get them to kind of start putting the nails in the coffin there and put them away. But, I don't think that's going to be so easy to do. I think that Liberty's doing a really good job defensively, not getting great scoring chances right now. So Westminster's offense is flowing a little better than it did early in the game.
Right.
They seem to be getting off shots now and beating guys a little better spacing, getting out of each other's way.
It took them a quarter or so to get it going. Yeah. This second quarter definitely been all Westminster. 4:13 left in the second quarter. The Owls had that 4-goal lead, but like Jeff said, he's right. It just takes a couple bounces of the ball, a couple face-offs, and Liberty's by no means out of this game. Spiegel with a pass back to Hitchcock. And he'll start on this near corner.
Yep, they're
That
going
was
to
a
get a
big
flag on
play.
that.
Yeah, it's going to be a
Unnecessary roughness on the riding through that. Not sure why they blew the whistle. Oh, he's for the injury.
Yeah, he was slow to get on. It's chases that behind the goal. It's not what you need if you're Westminster. Coach Fleming's assistants will come out. Looks like he's all right. Maybe just shaking up a little bit. Tough sledding back there behind the net when you're. He's coming off on his own power. That's good to see if you're an Owls fan.
Yeah, he might have just gotten the wind knocked
Could
out
have
a little
been.
bit.
Yeah, could have been. Liberty will be a man down after that play. I think that was Colton Bull who's going to serve it, number 26. Yeah, looking at Coach Fabian's roster, 8 sophomores, if my math is right, and 1, 2, 3 freshmen. So a lot of young guys on the roster.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's Nick Comfort, number 20, will have the ball to start this possession for Westminster. You see him there getting ready. So Zepp came off. He's being looked at by the athletic trainer.
So this will change things up for Westminster a little bit in the man up.
Just like that, Liberty has the ball back. Scary, always a scary pass going across the field like that.
Yeah.
Man, Coach, heart goes in your throat. Trying to try it again here, and then it goes
There
out
you
of
go.
bounds. Those are tough. Those are tough
Right.
on the crown field, and just that all the way across the field. It's never an easy pass.
Yeah, I think Westminster wants to get a little bit better offense, a little bit better ball movement before taking that shot this time. Last time, Hitchcock just kind of curled up and took a shot. So, again, the goalie's looking at him the whole way. You want to get that goalie moving. So when you do take that shot, that he's a little off balance and not set staring right at you.
And trot back onto the field for the Owls is number 10, Chase Zepp. So he
Kind of in
wasn't
that
out for
3-3
long.
circle look right now.
3 minutes to go. Yep.
Zepp just staying in front of the crease to make it a 3-3, but there he rolls out into the circle.
Comfort looked up for 1 second. Gifford avoided the hit, but Marsicano is going to get the ball. He's had a good game so far for Liberty on the defensive end, Nico Marsicano. But
Nice ground ball.
yeah, the ground ball there by 24. Tyler Leppert, you mentioned his name a few times. We saw him in the football season for the Owls, and he's a good defender for Westminster.
Yeah, that was a tough ball to pick up, too, on this grass and bouncing. And he was running full speed, getting harassed from behind a little bit. It's a nice ground ball.
Here's
So
Zepp.
got his guy hung up again.
Yep.
So, again, we want to see Westminster get down, crash down to the goal a little bit, and start getting these cuts going.
Gavin Gifford corrals the ground ball, the loose ball. And Zepp will restore order back here for Westminster behind the net. 2 minutes to go until halftime. It was a pass by Zepp behind the net. High shot, nice save by Eder. Stick high, taken shot there by Jacob Spiegel. And the Lions will try to do something on offense here. They finally get it in.
Looks like we need a flag for that trail check.
Kim carrying, there's going to be 2 flags as Kim took another shot. And he's fired up coming off the field. So good job by Jedediah Kim there, junior midfielder, and Westminster's going to be 2 men down.
Well, they might be one man
Just
down.
one
It
man
might have been
down?
on this. They might have both been on the same player.
Okay, we'll see
I
here.
think Spiegel got 2 slashes for
Okay,
his
got it.
money there, but we'll see.
Yep, I think you're right.
On a push, so he's got
30 seconds and a minute,
Yeah.
so a minute and a half.
so a minute and then the 30.
So here's Liberty's chance. With 1:38 to go, you'll be a man up if you can run some offense and at least get on the board, down 4-0.
Good job by Jameson Eder back there making that save.
Yeah, it was a good save. Point blank, a little high, right to his stick. But that's what you need to sort of get that confidence going there too for a young goalie. Just a sophomore.
I think I butchered his name before I read his last name.
I think you just read it backward.
Well,
It's okay. Last
be-
name's
to be
first.
fair.
To be fair to
Who
you,
puts the last name first on the roster?
just for you, just to mess you up.
Just read across the line.
Believe me, we're early here in the season and we're early in this game. We got a long way to go. But yeah, it's Jameson Eder. And here's Liberty. Could they get a shot?
Liberty
that they've
again.
had?
Both teams run a lot of this 3-3 look. Just got to move the ball a little faster than the defense can rotate.
It's been a long time since the Lions have taken a shot. In fact, I'm not sure they've taken one this quarter. Maybe one earlier on, but there's one. And it was saved by McNamara. Good shot there by Matthew Brandell. But McNamara makes the save on the bouncer. Liberty's going to get it back. Up, nope. Loose ball here. Right to Mason Ambrose. And are they offside?
Offsides.
Yeah. He kind of got caught there right near the midfield. And so one shot there was all Liberty mustered. And we're under 40
I'm not
seconds.
sure Westminster had enough defenders on the field for that penalty. You saw Teitelbaum come running in about 30 seconds in, but because the penalty was on the same person. So I think Westminster only had 4 defenders on, maybe thinking the penalty was on 2 different people.
Travis Mann made a nice play, but then passed it when his teammate wasn't looking. That was Gifford. He didn't know the ball was coming.
Yeah, but I got kind of put that on the offensive guy right there. You got your pole stuck there over the
head up, right?
You got to go get the ball from him. You certainly don't turn your back and run away from him. He's in trouble there.
Under 10, can Liberty get a shot off? The ball never got there.
Never got there. Hit a defender. 3 seconds here.
2. Vincent Downey.
And
end of the half. So a little chaotic there at the end of the half for Liberty, but we have reached halftime here at the Lions Den on our Game of the Week broadcast. Westminster leads 4-0. Close game, defensive game. Liberty's finally gotten things going a little bit. Westminster's finally gotten things going a little bit on offense. The second quarter was dominated by the Owls.
Yeah, I think, like I said, the field certainly tilted that way for that quarter. Westminster had, the lion's share of possession. So I'd like to see them maybe get a little more, little better looks out of their offense and certainly some better shots. But, you can't complain when you only give up maybe 1 shot the entire quarter to the other team, if that.
Yeah.
So Liberty barely had the ball there. So that's going to be the key for Liberty moving forward, I think, coming out of the half is, how they can get, maintain possession of the ball and limit these long, drawn-out possessions. The defense, Liberty's defense is going to start wearing down. They've been playing defense a long time.
They have. 4-0 Westminster leads. We're going to take a quick break. We got some halftime coverage for you coming up. The CM Sportsnet Game of the Week will be right back.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stoetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
Each week we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss The Score and More podcast presented by CMSportsNet.
The Score and More Sports podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels. Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CM Sportsnet's Athlete of the Week. Each week, CM Sportsnet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishment.
The CM Sportsnet Athlete of the Week is sponsored by Genova's To Go. Locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genova's. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more.
Welcome back. CM Sportsnet Game of the Week. Your halftime score, Westminster 4, Liberty 0, Carroll County Athletic League Boys Lacrosse. Pat Stoetzer and Jeff Doolan with you from the Lions Den. We're going to take a look at the highlights in a second, Jeff, from the first half. It's been a defensive effort so far. Westminster did get things going in the second quarter, so you got to feel good if you're an Owls fan that their offense is starting to move.
Yeah, I think they finally started settling in a little bit and finding their way. Like we said in the opening, they're missing a lot of key guys.
Yeah.
So, not only are they missing those guys, they got some other guys, stepping into those roles.
No, you're right. So we're seeing some highlights here from the first half. Again, we saw both guys on defense, both teams on defense playing well.
Zep to Gifford there.
That first goal there by Gavin Gifford. Yep, he's got 2 so far in the first half, and Zep's been handing out the assists. He's got 3 of those.
Yeah, and here again, Zep looking inside the Wareheim for a nice goal.
Nice
the backdoor cut.
That was a great pass by Zep. And Liberty was on defense for a lot of that second half.
This is the skip pass from Spiegel on man up down to Gifford. Steps around and buries one.
His second goal. Spiegel's got 1. Wareheim's got 1.
This is kind of that broken play that Zep threw it back inside to Spiegel.
And the ball trickled over the line.
And the ball made its way across.
That made it 4-0. Or that made it 3-0, excuse me. And I think this was number 4 here. Oh, that was a good save. Pardon me.
That was a big save by Jamison.
Jamison Eden. So, Eder, excuse me. And now I'm messing it up, see? So, but, yeah, just it took Westminster a little bit of that first quarter. Credit Liberty's defense.
Absolutely.
It took them a little bit of time to get things going. So,
a big part of them not settling in was the pressure, the defensive pressure by Liberty. The poles were getting out into hands and harassing players. So, Westminster started, changing some things up, changing some people in and out, and handling the pressure a little better. So I think Liberty's got to get back to that a little bit. I think they get out and pressure the offensive players right in their hands and make them win the matchup.
Time to recognize the first CM Sportsnet Athlete of the Week for the spring season. We're going to Century High School, where this girls lacrosse standout helped the Knights do an awesome first week of the season. Let's go ahead and take a look at who it is.
CM Sportsnet's Athlete of the Week is brought to you in part by Barnes Bollinger Insurance Services and by Genova's To Go.
All right, here with the first CM Sportsnet Athlete of the spring season for 2024, Natalie Opatowski, Century Girls Lacrosse. The Knights are off to a 3-0 start. Natalie had a good week. Natalie, tell me what it was like to get the season off the right foot. Also playing against a team that got to the state finals last year in Middletown. You came in with 3 wins.
It was really tough. The weather conditions were really bad, so it took a lot from us. Our defense really stepped up as a whole, and our attack worked really well together.
You mentioned the weather. I wanted to ask you about that. You never know what you're going to get in the first part of the season, so it was a little bit rainy, a little bit cold and windy. We'll eventually get to May. We're going to get there, but what's it like handling that adversity early in the season? You know you don't want to be out there, but you also know you want to go out there with your teammates and win a game.
It was really hard because it was literally pouring the whole time, and we had 2 back-to-back games, so it was really hard having Middletown coming into it being dry after we had played a whole game, soaking wet, freezing. It was just really tough. We kept telling ourselves it was just all mental and we needed to keep pushing.
Well, that being said, then, to get those wins Saturday after the season opening wins, got to give you guys a pretty good boost because you know what kind of expectations you always have here for Central Lacrosse. How important is it to get off on the right foot like you guys did this past week?
It's really nice because all 3 games that we've played have been really tough games. None of them were easy. So I think we were all stressed going into it, but we're all really happy with the outcome.
Speaking of expectations, it's always high here at Century. It's states or bust. I know that's the deal. Last year how the season went for you guys? You had a good season, but maybe wasn't up to the standards that you normally do. Is that the motivation that the returning kids need to know, hey, we know we can compete for a state title. We want to go out there and prove it in 2024?
Yeah, I think we got off to a great start, like we said, and it was a lot. We had big shoes to fill with Jane leaving, and I feel everybody stepped up as a whole, which really helped our whole team.
And also, last thing, county is yet to start yet. With the county games are going to start soon. What's the mindset as you guys get ready to go back out there and try to win a county championship? Like you said, you graduated Jane Brewer, but you do have a lot of other good girls coming back as yourself. Is it the same mindset, even though you did lose a couple girls for graduation, that you're going to go out there and try to go after a county title?
Yeah, we're going to try to go for the county title. Our county is really competitive. We have really good teams within our county, so I think we just need to take it game by game and keep pushing each other and keep having new people step up.
Well, congrats on a great week. Good luck the rest of the season. Natalie Opatowski, the first and latest CM Sportsnet Athlete of the Week.
CM Sportsnet's Athlete of the Week is brought to you in part by Barnes Bollinger Insurance Services. We're here for the home team. Barnes Bollinger Insurance Services, and by Genova's To Go. Locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genova's, pizza, pasta, subs, and more.
Congratulations to Natalie Opatovsky, the first CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week of the spring. Natalie and the Knights are part of the Four Causes, Four Champions tournament this coming Saturday. Century, Liberty, Broadneck, and Towson. So it's going to be a good tournament there for the Knights. We're going to get ready to see some recent results from boys lacrosse across the Carroll County Athletic League. Some of the games have happened in the last couple days. There's that Towson Westminster game from the first week of the season. Wintersville has the county victory against Manchester Valley. South Carroll got past Frederick, and FSK did the same against North Hagerstown. A good win there for the Falcons early on to get that county victory against always a competitive Man Valley team. And the early going standings for the Carroll County Athletic League and boys lacrosse. Again, still early, just a one county game on the books so far, other than this one that we're watching tonight. So you'll see Wintersville in first at 1-0. There they are, 1-1 overall. Liberty has that one win. FSK with some non-county wins, of course. And then South Carroll, Century, Westminster, and Man Valley has the one county loss. Again, so early in the season. We're going to see a lot of things change in the next few weeks. But some teams are off to a good start. Here's some upcoming games to watch. Wintersville gets a day game against Christelle next week. We're in the spring break mode right now. Liberty's at Walkersville. Boonesboro gets Francis Scott Key at the home game. And it should be a competitive game there on the 3rd. South Carroll at Century on the boys' side there, too. So, again, just early in the season, we'll switch over to the girls and see some recent results that the girls lacrosse has done. Century getting that win over Middletown. Middletown state finalist a year ago. Man Valley, no problem against Winters Mill. Liberty, a state champ 3 times in a row. They beat Westminster in a close game of the night, and Francis Scott Key got healthy against North Hagerstown. The same going with the girls lacrosse in the standings. Again, just the 2 games played so far. Century off to a 3-0 start. Westminster Winners were looking for their first win. South Carroll and Key at 2-1, and Man Valley, of course, reigning state champs at 2-0 and 1-0 with that big win over the Falcons. And then the upcoming games for the girls as we get set for the face-off here. Man Valley and Broadneck in that tournament game. Westminster's at Glenelg, St. Ignatius from California coming to Liberty for a girls game next week in the first face-off of the 3rd quarter, picked up by Westminster. I misspoke there just a second ago. My fault. Century's not in that Four Causes, Four Champions tournament with Liberty, Broadneck, and Towson. They do have a tournament game on this Saturday the 30th, so apologies there. But we've got play here again with boys lacrosse, and we have a penalty here, Jeff, early on here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they're going to get him with a trip, I think. Maybe a push from behind. Once the pole got in under, he was about ready to shoot the ball and got kind of taken down from behind. Just a question of whether they call it a trip or a push. Push. They went with the push for 30 seconds. Liberty kind of lucky there that that's not a trip, not a minute penalty. But a good sign there for Liberty is Brent Sims, the face-off guy, did a nice job getting up off the ball on the whistle and pushing Ronan Keys from Westminster away to make it a nice 50-50 ball. Westminster got the ball, but it was a good sign to see him, battle at the actual dot there. So Westminster goes man up here again. They were in that 3-3 look. Zepp rolls off the crease into an open look. Skip pass into traffic, though.
Yep.
And there's Zepp shooting the ball.
And Zepp gets his first goal of the day. That's
might even be his first shot of the day. He's been in that feeder role. That's what I was saying. I'd like to see him get topside and start getting some shots. He can really shoot the ball with some velocity. So that was a nice take there.
Credit Gifford too for keeping that alive. It was a good catch there in traffic. But yeah, nice shot by Chase Zepp.
And here in the replay here, you'll see the ball gets skipped to Gifford. He gets kind of stuck in traffic, but back out to Zepp, who's got time and room to let one fly.
Yep. Give Gifford the assist, and again, a nice job to keep that alive.
And again, Zepp's had his hand on almost every goal so far. And there, Ronan again. He wins the draw that time, but Sims comes up with the ball. So
50-50 ball there.
Great scrap by Sims there to keep the ball alive.
Ground ball though, loose ball, turnover. It's going to be Westminster's ball. It's
Wyatt McNamara.
Wyatt again, McNamara, 27.
Ball gets through a couple guys there, ends up with Teitelbaum on the backside. No numbers here. You got your D-middies on, so probably going to slow this down here and get your subs on.
Important for Liberty to just get anything going offensively, but it's hard to do that when you're playing defense for most of the game, and that's what they've been doing since that first quarter. This is Spiegel here, taking some time.
Westminster switching some things up position-wise. Looks like Paisley and Hitchcock are down at attack right now with Zepp. So then Confer and Spiegel at the midfield, and Tyler Wareheim came out to run with the first midfield. He had been playing attack earlier in the game.
And you mentioned that. Oh, nice quick shot there by Zepp.
So Zepp again getting in front of the goal. Spiegel looks inside, little low-to-low shot.
And just like that, 2 quick ones for the Owls. They're up 6-0 now. And a good job there. Good ball movement by the Westminster offense on that play. You mentioned as we were starting the game, that Jeff, that this is maybe a chance for guys. Of course, you want to obviously get your best guys out there, but it's a chance to see what other guys can fill some of those spots when those other guys are hurt and not playing right now.
Yeah, and I know in some of the other games, early on they were just trying to figure out who was going, with the injuries, who was playing where. And then as the last couple games have gone, Westminster's kind of moved some guys around to try different combos. And felt like against Sherwood they got some things rolling. Okay. So, maybe they might be kind of righting the ship a little bit. And
they won that face-off, and now they're in off. It was a good check there by Liberty on defense, but the ground ball got back to the Owls.
Again, Hitchcock and Paisley behind. Kind of a 1-3-2 look. A little two-man game behind the goal with those two. Paisley drops the ball, and he's got a
Farsicano guarding him.
Nice little lucky pop there. Good look by Tyler.
Nice job by Spiegel. Good save by Eder.
Kick save and a beauty.
That was a good dodge by Spiegel to get around his man.
Yeah, Tyler Wareham had that, the ball kind of popped right to him, but he turned and looked inside, had a great look inside. Spiegel got a good shot off. Got a little kick save out of the goalie. Again, so, Jameson Eder coming up with a couple big saves over the last little bit. So.
Doing what he can to keep his guys in the game. Again, you're going to get worn down on defense unless something changes, right? It doesn't matter what you're doing.
And it allows Westminster's defense just to be active when they do get it, too, because they're not tired.
They're going to be fresh, yeah, absolutely. It's early in the season, too. I'm not questioning anything. I'm just saying it's early. Like, conditioning isn't when it's going to be in May, and guys get tired. And the ground ball there after the shot, and Liberty has the ball. That's Eder. Gets it out to Aaron Lamb, and here comes Liberty to try to do something on offense. Good clear by Lamb. Stays in. He's going to need some help here. Nice job by Lamb. Let's see what the Lions have here.
In that play there, Tyler Leppert really wanted to go up and try to take that ball away, but you got a pole, and Spiegel's harassing the pole, and Tyler actually by going to jump the ball kind of gave him an outlet to throw it to.
Liberty desperately needed this possession.
Yeah, and they got to make it a good one. You want to, again, give your defense a rest while also creating some good offense and, hopefully break through and get that first goal.
You hope if you're the Lions in this case, you hope that opens the floodgates a bit and just takes a little bit of everyone can kind of get a breath. It's only 6-0. There's a lot of game left, like Jeff said back in the second quarter, but they got to start scoring some goals here. Here's Ambrose.
And again, that shot never even made it to the goal.
I don't think it did, yeah.
Connor McNamara going to be thanking his guys again on that one. Didn't even have to make the save. It was a good job by Liberty there, though. They ran a little of that two-man up top on the sweep with the pick and got somebody free and down the pipe to get a good shot. He just unfortunately hit one of the defenders before it got there.
I think it did. I think they were going to call it an empty stick maybe behind the net. It looked like Westminster thought it was going their way, but it stays with the Lions. Maybe a push off the ball. I couldn't really. We got the old press box beam here in front of me.
That in the camera.
Yeah, right.
Couldn't see much.
What I do know is Lions had the ball still. This is Ethan Addison there, 22. Gives it off to Downey, number 1 for Liberty. Sophomore to sophomore. And they hit the side of the net. Kind of a tough shot there for Liberty.
Yeah, I think that's one of those, you just been so long, you try to take a chance there, but.
Let me try to get rid of it and see what happens. Flag down.
You got a flag down for the one-hand slash there as the defender was throwing the ball.
And Westminster will hold it and try to have a free possession like you said earlier here. And here's Hitchcock. Not afraid to shoot. Good save by Eder, and that'll stop the play. But another shot by Hitchcock, another save by Eder. But I believe the Lions will be a man down.
I think he's probably going to get him with that slash. Yep.
Good eyes on you, Jeff. So they get a chance to try to pad their lead. 6-0 advantage for the Owls. 6:26 to go in the third quarter here on the CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Looks like it's Hitchcock to start. Gives it off to Wareheim. Well, he had a chance. He had a look there.
Again, in that 3-3, just rolling into the circle with Zepp sneaking from behind the crease. Can kind of rotate and a little bit of a wheel that right side.
Maybe come on the inside, Wareheim. Ooh, tough shot.
Hitchcock with a tough angle.
We'll give Wareheim an assist on that one. Found the bottom side of the goal was working for him.
That's a Westminster goal by number 3, Jack Hickok.
I think you'll see on the replay here as they move the ball around. They ran that wheel on the right-handed side over there. And now as Spiegel gets the ball to the backside, they got this 2-on-1 down the pipe.
And then over here, there's no
Hitchcock, not in the picture. I'd like to see him step in a little bit.
Yeah.
If he follows that defender up towards Wareheim and gets into the pipe, he'll have a much easier look, but he was still able to bury it. So another goal for Westminster, 7-0.
Yep, and another face-off, I believe, won by the Owls right there.
Yep. Now, good job by Lepper getting into McNamara. We got a break here with Teitelbaum out in front.
Into the box.
It's the point to Paisley.
Oh, good save by Eder. Paisley had a great look. And Eder with a nice save. I've been impressed with a couple of the saves today from the sophomore. Not a bad job so far from the big guy. A tough pass. It's going to stay in. That's Colton Bull trying to get it way down the field, and he does.
Well, I think at that point he was worried about that count that they still have in high school.
Sort of like akin to 10 seconds in basketball.
Yeah, you get the 20-second count to get over the midline.
Midline, right. So the Owls will bring it back. Teitelbaum, nice check there by Kevin Kern. Wrestler to wrestler right there. And the Lions, will try to get on the board here offensively. Connor Hatfield, number 14. Another guy that I know Coach Fabian wants to sort of fill some of those roles on offense. Hasn't been able to do it so far today. Owls pitching the shutout, but again, still 4:45 or so to go here in the third. There's a shot, and the first one goes to Connor Hatfield. Liberty is on the board.
Liberty goal by number 14, Connor Hatfield with the assist by number 22, Ethan Madison.
Going to give Addison the assist. Let's
Again,
take a look here, Jeff.
kind of run this two-man up top. He kind of refuses the pick, gets down the pipe. Just kind of a low-angle shot, just called it down low.
Good job.
Tight.
Yep,
nice finish.
Good job by Hatfield, senior attackman. And that's the one, if you're Liberty, you hope that's the one that sort of gets your side going. Gets them realizing that there's a lot of game left. And we got a loose ball hold, I think. So
yeah, it's on the face-off guy, so that was Ronan. Sims, I think, originally won the clamp, and
yep.
Ronan kind of went defensive on that, trying to keep him from sweeping the ball out, and got called for the hold.
So here's Liberty with...
Right, and a little chance to build some momentum here. 2 possessions back-to-back. They haven't really seen that happen much. So they just had their first goal. See if they can get one here.
I've been trying to keep the face-off tracks. I got 8-3 here so far in favor of Westminster, whether they won them or just got possession. So again, we talked about that, filling that spot where Max Johnson's usually in the X and doing a great job. A good job by the Owls. Ronan Keys and company.
Good help defense there by Westminster, kind of rolling slides out and recovering. So you got McNamara on the ball now.
A little stutter step there by Wickline, number 6. Now we bring that back to Ambrose, one of the seniors for Liberty. A pick here at the top of the box. There taking a shot was
a little bit of a look inside there. McNamara with the ball, now looking to clear. Got Confer out of there. Just got to skip to the pipe to Paisley.
Good pass,
good idea.
That was a good idea.
Let's get to that back side. But the defender got a nice little check in there on his hands a little bit.
.230-ish to go here.
And now we flip that script a little bit. It'd be nice to see Westminster, I think, probably wants to have a good possession here. After playing defense for a little bit, giving up a goal, playing defense again. So they want to give their defense a little bit of rest and also get some momentum back. Ooh.
Bouncer and stays with Westminster. Didn't see who took that shot. Spiegel?
Spiegel took one. It came out of a stick a little funny and was nowhere near the goal, hit a defender, and then almost went in.
That's when the ball's bouncing your way.
I think that one got caught in his stick a little bit as he was shooting it.
This is Paisley. Hitchcock tried to go off that pick there for a second, but Liberty did a good job staying with him. The ball was trying to get it to Gifford, and it never made it, and now Liberty has the ball. That was Aaron Lamb trying to get it. Ball's getting kicked around here. We got a scrum.
Liberty comes away with the ground ball. Still got to clear it here. And they do not. Good ride back by Spiegel. I think it was that Spiegel or Confer, one of them, maybe both of them.
That was Caleb Elburn for Liberty trying to clear it, but a good job by Westminster that's clamping down there near the midfield line. And the Owls get the ball back with 90 seconds to go in the third quarter. Gifford 2 goals, Zepp 2 goals and 3 assists. Spiegel with a goal and 2 assists. There's a shot. Ooh, I thought it was going to find its way through, but another save by Eater.
Yep, got just enough piece of it to keep it out of the goal.
But the pass, well, actually it's going to stay in, looks like. That's Matthew Brandel around the ball. Sun peeks out again. Tough pass there, out of bounds. Trying to get it to Riley Wickline, but that's a tough one when you cuff them like that.
Yeah, I think both coaches would say that, both teams are, kind of early March sloppy. Lots of, bad passes.
There's a takeaway. Oh, but it's going to be a push, yeah.
That was a great scoring chance for them, but got hit with the illegal screen there. Interference call. I'm just going to try to run this out again. Good ride
seconds.
back.
We got another turnover. And there's Wickline, number 6 for the Lions. So can they put another one on the board? Whistle blows and a timeout from Liberty before the shot gets taken. I know Liberty wants that back. But
well, in the end, it was a good call because he made the save.
So. He did, and you want to set your offense up to try to right. Exactly, you still have the ball.
And with 26 seconds left, he probably wants to get his best 6 offensive guys out there for that possession. Yeah. There's a little bit of a scramble from defense to offense there and unsettled, so
and
just
look,
an opportunity.
Yeah, if you're the Lions and you do score here, you're down 5. It feels like a lot more, but it's only, 7-1 looks like a lopsided game, and Westminster has controlled it, but Liberty can cut it to 5 at the end of the third quarter. You're in the game.
Yeah.
You haven't had a lot of offense to this point, but you're in the game. Your defense has played pretty well, considering it's been on the field, facing the offense for most of the game. Down this last quarter and 30 seconds, it's going to be, who's been doing those extra runs and stuff early in the season. Westminster's had 4 games under their belt. Liberty hasn't played since the first day of the season on the March 21st. So,
yeah, it'd be interesting to see if how Westminster comes out right here on this defensively. A lot of times you'll see coaches in low time limits like this maybe mix things up and throw a zone out there that the other team hadn't seen, is not really ready for. Maybe just put in there a man-to-man offensive play and then you throw a zone at them or something like that just to mix it up. But at the same time, there's really no reason to have to go to zone when you've only given up 1 goal in 3 quarters of play. So it does look like they're going to come out matched up man-to-man. Title ball on the short stick on the ball to start. Long pole, Bo Knight up top on the other midfielder.
Westminster shouldn't have enough guys out there. Jacob Spiegel comes running back out there. And here we go. 26 seconds, Liberty with the ball.
Again, trying to maybe try to get that pick look, but wasn't there. So just going to move the ball, try to find a matchup they can attack here.
15 seconds.
Good check there. Again by Travis Mann, got the ball on the ground.
Ball still on the ground, 5 seconds. And let's see, Liberty's not going to be able to get, that might be it's going to be a push. Let's see. The clock's at 0.
Well, if the clock, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the time here. So if the quarter ended, the flag down will denote possession, and Liberty will start with the ball man up. So if that is the quarter, if they're going to call it the quarter, then Liberty will start the fourth quarter man up for whatever whether they called the push or the trip. I think it was a push on that one.
And so you're right, they are calling a technical on Westminster.
So that flag down will denote possession. So we will not have a face-off to start the fourth quarter.
Got it.
So it should be Liberty ball, man up. So again, not in a bad position from where they just were in that last timeout. And that, you're down 6, have possession, now they're man up. So again, good chance to put one away and get this back to a 5-goal game. Which, if it were a 5-goal game at 12-7 or something like that, you wouldn't think.
Sure.
You think that's a totally doable thing. When it's 7-1, it's a little bit tougher because you've only scored 1 goal in 3 quarters.
You see the
and now you need 6 to tie. In 15 minutes.
You're right. It's funny how that works. 12-7 doesn't seem that bad.
Right.
7-1 feels like it's
7-1 with only 15 minutes left looks like an enormous mountain to climb.
Yes.
Just because you haven't scored yet at all.
And it will be the way Westminster's defense has been playing. But the fact is, it's still 6 goals. And you get one here on this early, like you said, possession will be Liberty's. You get one early, it's got to be quick. Then you're only down 5, and you've got a little bit of momentum. So. And
they've been tying the faceoffs up a little bit. They haven't been clean wins for Westminster. Westminster's kind of come out with ground balls on a lot of those, but they weren't clean wins right out of the gate. So this will be it'll be interesting to see what they do with this first possession.
Yeah, and if they can get a shot early that finds the net, it just gives you that much more hope that you can get back into the game. Got to score quick. Yes, it's 12 minutes to go, but you got to score quick. So no face-off to start the quarter, like Jeff said, because of the penalty at the end of the third. Liberty will have the ball. Changing out the game ball there. Looks like maybe a bad ball in the field, but we got the right one. Brandell will start with the ball here on the near side. Let's see what Liberty can do here.
Again,
up a man.
3-3 look. They're kind of running the same thing. The 4-man wheel on the one side, trying to get this 2-on-1 on this side. Westminster does a good job rotating, kind of in a 5-man defense there. 5-man rotation. So Liberty's got to move the ball faster to beat this.
Yeah.
Skip pass will help.
Good pass, yep. That was Brandell who passed off there. Now Ambrose was trying to crank one up. All square, I believe, all even. So the penalty's over, but Liberty still has the ball. 30 seconds in. This is Wickline with the ball behind the net being guarded by...
I think that's Ronan Keys.
Yes, Keys, the
he was in as the short stick defender on the man down.
Shot goes a little wide. Liberty backs it up.
McNamara looked like he had good eyes on that. Got a piece of that as it went by the goal. It wasn't going in, but he did get hands to it.
Looks like the sun won't be a problem anymore for either team, I don't think, the way that's starting to set here. So I'll slip on
nice
defense.
Check.
And a
nice check.
Yeah,
So
yep.
Liberty's got to want to keep this over. Oh,
yeah, I think goal, but it was still a good check, you're right, by Westminster. Carpinetti using the wheels to get behind the net. Set that up again.
Good job by Leopard and Wyatt McNamara there. Younger brother O'Connor, the goalie. But, Leopard was defending him up for Max, and Wyatt got in there with the help defense.
Oh, big save. Eder didn't know that was going to be there because the Liberty defender couldn't quite get the ball.
Yeah, ball just kind of popped in there to Paisley.
Paisley took a good shot, and Eder's got himself a handful of saves, if not more, already in this one.
Coaches like to see the offensive player change the plane there a little bit, shot low to low, which really helps the goalie. I think Coach Fleming's over there telling him that right now as he calls Paisley over to the sideline.
I see it, yep, here on the near side, left side of the press box here at Liberty. Under 10 minutes to go.
He dropped his stick low and on that one, and Eder just did a good job matching levels.
It's a good job there by Brandel or Carbonetti to get in there, but a pretty easy save for McNamara.
Again, Liberty hasn't gotten many uncontested shots off, so the ones that have gotten to McNamara haven't had a lot on them, which I'm sure he's super happy to not have to deal with that. But
bad pass here near the midfield gets Liberty the ball back. They just have to start turning these into goals, Jeff, if they want to get back in the game.
Yeah, they got to find a matchup that they can win and make Westminster slide and rotate and move the ball faster than the defense can recover to get some good looks. Right now, they just haven't really found that matchup that they're winning yet. There you go, good look.
There's one and a great save
there you
by
go,
McNamara.
the big save by McNamara.
That was a good look by Carbonetti. Good job by the freshman. And even better job by McNamara. He's all but the one goal, come up with a clean sheet. And here's Chase Zepp behind the cage, behind the net.
Title bomb with a nice clear there for Westminster.
He's coming off, getting some high fives, you're right.
Took about 17 checks as he ran up the field.
Nothing wrong with that, right?
They're all clean.
That's when you hope the elbow pads are in good shape, like you said earlier. He's actually taking a seat. I think he's having to take a little rest
A
here.
little backdoor by Gifford, but again, the ball doesn't get to the keeper.
Did not get there. See if Liberty can. We got a loose ball here. It can be a push. Yeah, a little push. I've been impressed with just Westminster's defense. Both defenses, really, but Westminster's defense throughout this whole game. You build a 6-goal lead, and you've only given up one.
Yeah, and, coming into the season, that was going to be a really big question mark for them. They graduated quite a few kids the last 2 seasons, actually, at that spot. So seeing the young guys like Wyatt McNamara step up and Leopard step into those roles, and, kid Bo Knight's getting a lot of playing time for him that didn't even start playing lacrosse till high school.
Wow.
So
how about that, too? Marcicano does a good job for Liberty. Chase that, checks it and gets it right back. I mean, he's had a heck of a game here so far.
This is where 6-goal lead, 8 minutes to go. Westminster's going to kind of take the air out of the ball a little bit. Make sure you take your time on offense. Again, no shot clock at this level in the NFHS, so they can sit on this quite a while until they get warned to keep it in. One change I think we'd all love to see is to get the shot clock into our high school games.
Yeah, we talked about that last year, I remember.
Oh, good look inside, and then Zet rolls back. Spiegel misses high.
Shot sails a little bit, yep.
Got Hitchcock and Paisley again behind in this kind of like 1-3-2 or 3-1-2 look, depending on how high the crease is set. So all three middies are going to be up top. And then Chase Zepp is playing a really high crease, which makes it look like a 1-3-2, kind of a 3-1-2 look. So we can dodge this off the wings here and then look inside or backside to Spiegel.
Good pass.
Oh.
Nice job. Spiegel the goal.
So that really gets set up by that shape of the offense, by dodging off that high wing, and with Zepp being so high on the crease. When they help inside, when they try to go help on the ball and they help inside off Zepp, then Spiegel's guys got to help to Zepp, but he's so high that it leaves that huge lane underneath. So you see Gifford here throw backside to Spiegel, who's cutting that back pipe because his guy was in helping on Zepp, because Zepp's guy was helping on Gifford. So
it all works out that way.
It was, really good space, and that's what we talked about earlier in the game. Westminster was struggling trying to find that groove. Mm-hmm. That was a great offensive possession right there.
Westminster gets that face off. They've got the 7-goal lead now, under 7 minutes to go. Good job there on the interception by Liberty.
Yep. Westminster's going to want to hold here because Spiegel can stop all himself.
That's going to be Westminster's ball. Absolutely. Good job there. I know Liberty had to take the quick shot because obviously you're trying to score goals. They just have anybody back to help on the case it was a miss. It was a good job there by Liberty. I believe that was Colton Bull with that interception and that caused turnover. So nice job by another sophomore. I'll tell you, Jeff, I mean, it's early in the season, and obviously you're on the wrong end of it if you're Liberty, but a lot of young guys on the field. We've called a lot of names, and they've been doing good things for the Lions. They got some bright spots that coming ahead.
Yeah, we said early on, both teams are going to experience some growing pains early on, and looks like Westminster does have a little more experience in these guys.
Sure.
And guys like Spiegel and Zepp were in those roles last year, and really young players for a Westminster team. So
learning from the older guys.
And Comfer, those were like guys that played really early in their career here. So they have a little bit of experience, a little more experience. And I think Liberty's, that's the position they'll be in next year.
Sure.
Especially with freshmen and sophomores are a year older.
Absolutely. Not even counting some of the guys that are on JV right now. So.
Right. And I think Westminster expected to have, obviously a handful of guys more than that.
Of course.
But these guys have really stepped into those roles and done a good job.
Yeah, you hope if you're the Owls, you hope you get a couple of those guys back sooner than later. But look, you never know with injuries, and everyone has to deal with them at some point. If you're lucky, if you get through a season, you don't have to worry about too many of them. But we're just seeing guys, even just today, just dings and scrapes and bruises that can linger sometimes. And although other injuries more serious, we got a flag on the field now with 5.5 minutes to go. Just a reminder, we'll have some post-game coverage for you. I'll be talking with one of the players of the game, the winning team, and we will talk more about what we have coming up next week and beyond in the Carroll County Athletic League with our CMSportsNet coverage.
So we got a slash here on Liberty, so Westminster will be man up for a minute. Again, starting that 3-3 look.
Clock's your friend, too, here if you're the Owls. Not that you don't want to try to score goals, but, you also have the 7-goal lead.
And a couple flips and a fake flip. Trying to get the ball backside with some cutters.
Oh, Chase Zepp again. Or was that Hitchcock?
No, that was Hitchcock from Spiegel.
Hitchcock. Yep, something my bad. Hitchcock with the goal, Spiegel with the assist. That's 3 assists for Spiegel, I believe.
When they got the ball behind off the initial rotation, 2 guys cut down to the pipes, one of them being Hitchcock. And then when the ball rolled back up and got to Spiegel up top, he just kind of followed the ball back up top, found a little lane inside.
Kept it low,
so
too.
You see as Tyler Warehouse throws the ball inside, then Spiegel skips it back down to Hitchcock for a little turnaround shot.
Yeah, nice work there by the 2 of those guys together, number 2 and number 3.
It's like Teitelbaum out there to face that one off.
Kreese was over here looking at his thumb, it looked like, on the sideline. So next man up for in the Fogo spot as Kreese is heading back to the
heading with the trainers.
Yeah, maybe getting some ice. Liberty gets that face off after the.
Tell you what, that is not an injury Westminster wants to hear about right now.
Yeah,
Max Johnson already out, and now Ronan Keys going to get looked at. Hopefully nothing serious.
Right. With a 9 or an 8-goal lead, you can afford to give them a chance to go get it looked at and see what's going on. But Liberty has the ball here, trying to get back into this game with 4.5 to go. Loose ball, who's going to get it? Between the goal and the restraining line, let's see. Some pushing and shoving going on.
Push by Westminster.
Push. Yep.
Going to be a white ball here.
Should be. I think you're right. And maybe a timeout.
Yep.
Timeout, Liberty. Well, timeout regardless. 4:25 to go. Westminster out in front comfortably. 9, Owls 9, Lions 1. As we close in on the end of the fourth quarter here from Eldersburg. It's been balanced too, Jeff. I was going to say this next time we had a dead ball. Gavin Gifford 2 goals, Spiegel 2 goals, Zepp 2 goals, Hitchcock 2 goals. That's what you want.
Right. And then you look at the assist side, same thing. A lot of those same names. Zepp, Spiegel, and Gifford with multiple assists on the game. So, they're the guys you expect to be making plays. Especially with Webb and Hardesty out. But those would be those next guys, and they're stepping up and doing that. I think for Liberty, they just got to find their way and figure out who those guys are going to be for them this year. And, as the young guys, Brandell, has had some nice games up to now. Like, are those guys ready to step into those roles and start making, figure out who's going to make some plays for them?
Just a reminder, game on next week, April 3rd, 7 o'clock it debuts. And then, of course, we have another game of the week coming up for you. Next week, April 4th, this same Liberty team will travel up to Manchester Valley for another Carroll County game. CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Our coverage will begin at 6:20 with varsity slated to start around 6:30 up in Manchester. Yeah, you always want balance. I remember when you would call in games when I had a different job back in the county and other times, and if you would call in the box scores, and you were always pretty happy when you had multiple guys with 2 and 3 goals, 2 and 3 assists. That means you're getting things done the way you want to get it done. It's not just relying on one guy.
Well, yeah, and I think the big thing too. I think if we look. As Liberty takes a shot here, another one doesn't make it to the goal.
Yeah.
Westminster's got 9 goals, and I think they have 9 assists. So, as an offensive coach, you love to see, your team have assisted goals, and I think almost every goal has been assisted.
Yeah, and that's unofficial when we're keeping track, but we've been having pretty good eyes on these goals, and they've all had that feed or pass. So.
There hasn't really been that one time where somebody just took off, dodged the goal, and took a shot and scored.
Sure. And then Liberty, they do only have the 1 goal, but that had an assist. So might have another equipment thing here with Westminster, or maybe someone shaking up a little bit.
Yeah, I think that might have been from that shot.
Travis Mann coming off.
The shot that didn't make it.
Oh, yeah, maybe you're right.
Maybe hit him.
Trey Fleming coming on.
Trey Fleming. Like Fleming the third, a.k.a. Trey.
I understand that. Travis Mann going to take a little breather here, and Fleming comes on.
Tyler Leopard on the ball right here. Roll off to attack the backside with the cutter. Good look.
Good look.
Oh,
good
McNamara's
save.
a big save. So great offensive possession there for Liberty. They did exactly what they wanted coming out of that break.
Give Carpenetti the credit on a good shot there from the freshman, but tough to get past McNamara. And let's see, up to the referee on that one.
It's going to be a white ball.
Yeah, I think so too. Good hustle by Liberty.
A really good set on the backside. They ran that little roll off. Dodge to the right, rolled it back off, and then threw inside to a cutter. Kind of a little set play there. It worked great. McNamara just came out with the save.
And the Owls will hold it. Under 3 to go, fourth quarter. There's Gavin Gifford coming onto the field and getting the ball inside the box. So the Owls will get off the schneid here and go to 1-4 and 1-0 in the county. Liberty will fall to 1-1 and 0-1. Again, really early, but after 4 games in the first week, it's going to feel nice for the Owls to ride home on the bus with that first county win.
And there you go, the first unassisted goal.
I think you're right. We jinxed it.
Hitchcock got the ball up top, and obviously you're going to take it. Every offensive play's got to start with somebody running by somebody, winning a matchup, and creating some off-ball confusion by the defense. And in that case, you'll see on the replay, Hitchcock gets the initial dodge, gets the swim dodge there, and then gets under the slide back to the outside, and then back under to use his left hand. So kind of 2 individual dodges there. Dodged his guy and then dodged the slide.
Nice move by Jack Hitchcock. Sophomore midfielder for Westminster. And it's all Owls, 10-1, 2.5 minutes to go, as the Owls look to wrap up their first victory of the season with a nice sunset behind and out beyond the water tower here in Eldersburg. Another face-off won by Westminster. So Key's not out there, but Westminster getting the job done. Keys is back on the sideline now with the trainer. We'll deal with that. We'll worry about that later, I guess. But right now it's Comfer. But you're right. I mean, they're going to win, and they're going to get a good win, and you just think, I hope everybody's healthy, right? That's what you want to do when you get out of town.
It looks like Mernon and the trainer took the long walk around to go see his parents.
That could have been it. I mean, it's maybe not a good thing, but we'll see. Never know.
But he's still here, so.
He's still here. He didn't leave.
Positive sign.
Positive sign indeed.
And I think they look to hopefully get Max back in the next week or 2, but
try to stem the tide right until then. That was Nick Durer earlier there, a freshman, I believe, freshman attackman who got on the field, number 25. There's Conference. So some young guys out there, too, for Westminster as well.
Yeah, so under 2 minutes here. Westminster's just trying to kind of run things out here.
Shot from Comfort didn't make its way to the goal.
From 19 yards.
But Westminster keeps the ball. Now you got a man down for Liberty. I think that was the person who took the... That's never a good feeling, especially on a cold night like this. Give credit to DJ Baker there for Liberty as he hobbles off the field. You never want to have to take one off the leg. He'll be feeling that one tomorrow. Nice Easter weekend bruise for...
Yeah. Feel that one.
Yeah, young Mr. Baker.
Oh, you'll never find me in the goal.
Or in front of the goal. Get up on the training line. So we resume, 1:05 to go and counting. Westminster in front, 10-1.
I think just pretty much trying to milk this last minute of the clock. We're going to get this thing over with. Got a little too close to the end line there. Almost got pushed out.
Liberty doesn't want to give up any more goals either, so they want to try to play some good defense. Just a little pitch the ball forward, and Marcicano comes off.
With no
Kevin
sticks.
Kerr comes back in,
Equipment malfunction out there.
That's the third time maybe today that we've had seen that. Definitely 2 for Liberty. There's a loose ball picked up by Liberty. Yeah, I just saw the referee get rid of the stick. So 30 seconds to go. See if the Lions can make one last offensive one. Good job.
That was a push.
A push. Yeah, good call. Good call.
Definitely got him from behind there.
Yeah.
With the late call. So Liberty will go man up for the last 24 seconds here. We'll push from behind.
Just a reminder, we'll catch some of the second half highlights. We'll talk with Jeff a little bit about the game. We'll thank Jeff and sign him out of here, and then I'll get down to the field and try to talk to one of the players of the game on the Westminster side. So stay tuned. We have a little post-game coverage for you coming up at the end of this game. Yeah, if you're Liberty, you want to try to finish as strong as you can here in the final 25 seconds and maybe run a play or two. And, you just got to, like, you won the first game, you beat Catoctin in an out-of-county game, and now you've got a little bit of a taste of the county medicine here by Westminster. How do you move on from here? What do you do next? That's Liberty's goal, I would think, going forward.
Well, I think they put some things on film that they'll be able to go back and look at and try to fix, whether it's the offensive things and how they're doing things, like just some little things like that. They're just sloppy that, that they're capable of playing better in those regards. Some of the passing, catching, just ground ball play, all things they can get better at.
Right.
That I think they are better than we've seen.
And I think you're right. I think Liberty will learn from it, and as will Westminster. And there's your final score. The Owls get the better of the Lions. Final score 10-1, and the Westminster gets its first victory of the season. Again, we mentioned balance. Jack Hitchcock, again, unofficially, with the 3 goals for him and 2 apiece for Gavin Gifford, Jacob Spiegel, and Chase Zepp. And Zepp and Spiegel had 3 assists apiece. I mean, that's got to be, if you're Mike Fleming and the staff and you see the sheet, you like what you see there.
Yeah, I think I think they'll look back and just talk about the slow start and how it took them a while to get things going. It was 1-0, I think, early in the game.
In the first quarter, yeah.
So I think they'd like to get things going a little earlier, a little more efficient, but step in the right direction. When you got a team that's coming in that's not as experienced, and then you throw all the injuries on top of it, it's a building process.
Absolutely.
So I think they're heading in the right direction, so they're happy with that. With the Sherwood game the other night, they competed right down to the end with a good team.
Right.
And here they put away a team that, again, we don't know where Liberty will shake out by the end of it all.
Sure.
But again, Liberty's pretty young.
They are
young too. So.
Yeah. And a good learning experience on both sides, but definitely Liberty with a lot of those sophomores and freshmen who we called a bunch of their names tonight. So, and same goes for Westminster. Again, some of those guys were playing because of the injuries we talked about. But hey, you get a county win when you can get it, and you go on the road and get one against a very competitive Liberty team, and you beat them convincingly. That's a move forward if you're Liberty there. So good job by the Owls.
Yeah. So like we said, they're growing pains, and to go with all the injuries, they got to be happy with a dominant win in the county at this point, especially a county that we feel is pretty wide open right now.
Absolutely.
So I think they got their work cut out for them if they want to continue to roll that through. Just because with some of the other teams in the county and who's, going to be coming up on their schedule, but and then for Liberty, I think they just got to get back to the basics this week and just get ready for their next game.
Your final score: Westminster 10, Liberty 1. We're going to step aside again briefly, but we've got more post-game coverage coming your way. So stick around for more on the CMSportsNet Game of the Week. We'll be right back after this break.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
What's the best gift you can give yourself? Pursue your passions. Explore your creativity. Expand your knowledge. Treat your mind and body. Give yourself a better you. With personal enrichment classes at Carroll Community College. Join us at carrollcc.edu/personal enrichment.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stoetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
Each week we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss the Score and More podcast presented by CMSportsNet.
The Score and More Sports Podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels. Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CM Sportsnet's Athlete of the Week. Each week, CM Sportsnet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishment.
The CM Sportsnet Athlete of the Week is sponsored by Genova's To Go. Locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genova's, pizza, pasta, subs, and more.
Back with the post-game CM Sportsnet Game of the Week. Westminster 10, Liberty 1. The Owls get their first win, and it's a county win to boot. Pat Stoetzer and Jeff Doolan back here at the Lions Den. Jeff, we're going to see the second half highlights, but I thought that balance was the key to the game here for Westminster. They otherwise had a great defensive game, too.
Yeah, they played great defensively. McNamara made saves when he had the few chances he had to make them. And, they did well in the face-offs, even just scrapping for the ground balls when they didn't win them clean. And offensively, they just spread the ball around and kind of got in their groove as the game progressed and started getting some really good looks.
I think if you're Coach Fleming, you're going to obviously enjoy the win. You're also going to just make sure that all your guys know there's the first one. Let's all take a breath and let's move forward and see if we can compete in the county.
Yeah, I mean, it's one down, but a lot to go. So, they're certainly on the right side of things for the first time, which is a great feeling, but they still got a lot of work to do, and they know that.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the second half highlights here from the Game of the Week, CM Sportsnet. And I think this was really when Westminster started to sort of pull away in the second half here.
Yeah, this is the man-up play where he skipped it into Gifford, and then he ran into traffic, got it back to Zepp, who stuck one, kind of sidearm to high. There's Hitchcock on the rollback with the save by Jameson.
That might have been Eater when they come up with the save there, but it just Westminster, good ball moving too. We saw, Jeff, you noticed
right,
that was a nice
low angle shot
yep.
from Hitchcock.
Yep. They did a good job on some clears tonight too, and then once they got their offense kind of going a little bit with some of these great passes, right. That was a great save by Eater. Yeah, he kept them in the game. I know it was a 10-1 final. He made some saves. Liberty just had a really tough time today on offense. This might be their first goal. Yeah,
right low angle shot.
And that was the first good look they had almost all day. Well, they had a couple other good looks. McNamara made some saves, but another good save by Eater when the ball didn't think the ball was going to get there. Paisley with a good shot there. But they just wore him down. They just slowly wore him down on defense.
This is the Gifford skipping through to Spiegel. Yep. Nice little easy backside look. This is the man-up play where they got it back down to Hitchcock.
Right.
Return, scores. This is Hitchcock with the swim move to the under, back to the stick back to the middle. Buries one.
After we see this last highlight, we're going to talk about what you mentioned to me right before we had that last goal. Before that last goal, 9 goals, 9 assists. The last one was unassisted, but that's going to make a coach smile when you see that many assists on 10 goals.
Yeah, you like to see your guys being unselfish. It means they're running the offense. They understand. They're moving the ball, and we saw that all night from Westminster. A lot of those things came off the dodges, but then they created some type of slide or help, and they got the ball to the open guy, and guys are burying shots.
It's a big win. Both teams are going to learn something from it, but I think, Westminster, they needed that victory to get off the board, and for Liberty, plenty to learn from. Played, the reigning county champs, and we're in the game early on. They got worn down as the game went along. Yeah,
I think there was that long stretch where Westminster had the ball for like an entire quarter, it seemed like, and that's, when Liberty defensively started breaking down a little bit. I think, that's where I think Liberty can get some possessions and help their defense by having some offense.
Yep.
We'll help them down the road.
Yep. Jeff, as always, appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
It's always fun to have you come together. Hopefully you'll do another game for us. Jeff Doolan, appreciate your time and your expertise during the game. One more quick break. When we come back, I'll be talking with Chase Zepp from Westminster, so stay with us. A little bit left in the post-game show of the CM Sportsnet Game of the Week.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stoetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
Each week we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss the Score and More podcast presented by CMSportsNet.
The Score and More Sports Podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels. Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CM Sportsnet's Athlete of the Week. Each week, CM Sportsnet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishment.
The CM Sportsnet Athlete of the Week is sponsored by Genova's To Go. Locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genova's. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more.
We're back. CM Sportsnet Game of the Week. I'm joined by Chase Zapp after the Owls beat the Lions 10-1. Chase, a lot of balance on the sheet. A lot of guys had 2 and 3 goals or 2 and 3 assists. Did you feel it out there? Did you feel like you guys were passing the ball around? And once you guys got going after that first quarter, what was it feel like out there when you guys really got the offense going?
Yeah, I mean, it took a while to get it in for the first couple of days, but we're just getting after it now. As soon as we get the momentum, we can go.
Tell me about that. You know, the first part of this season, 4 games, 4 losses. A couple of them were tight ones. Here come some guys. Okay. So anyway, the first week was tough, and that was all on him, not on me. Luckily, I moved out of the way. You guys never wavered, right? You knew this was going to be a long season. You never want to lose those games. What was the feeling like as you got through those games and then got here today and get the victory?
Yeah, I mean, the offense was not doing what we wanted to do at the first 4 games, but we watched a ton of film and got after it at practice, and it's just coming together now. We're just clicking each time.
There's been some injuries early on this season. Hopefully you get some of those guys back. And that happens sometimes with these teams. You just next man up mentality on this team. You guys know that, hey, if one guy goes down, a Max Johnson, Austin Hardesty, whoever, someone else has got to go fill those shoes.
Yeah, I mean, Cam, Austin, and Max are a real big part of the team. They're leaders, and we got to step up now, and we got some players now that can do that, like Jack and Jacob.
Does it just take one game like this to get victory on the road, a convincing win, to kind of get the wheels going in the right direction? You feel like you guys will move on from this, and get things going the way you wanted to?
Yeah, definitely. When we played Sherwood, we had it, but we just didn't finish out of the fourth quarter. But now I think since we got this win under our belt, we can keep the momentum going.
Congrats today, and good luck the rest of the year, man. Thanks for joining us here, Chase. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, there he goes. Chase Zapp, victorious. Westminster 10-1 over Liberty. Thanks to Chase and a wet Chase Chase Zepp for giving us some time here on the post-game show. Just a reminder, I want to thank Jeff Doolan for helping us out today on the broadcast, and we'll have another broadcast for you next week, April the 4th, when Liberty goes to Man Valley for a boys lacrosse game. That'll do it here for CMSportsNet. Be sure to watch all of our content online on Facebook and YouTube, as well as on cable channel HD 1086, and you can always see the content on our website, cmsportsnet.com. For Chase Zepp and Jeff Doolan, I'm Pat Stoetzer. Also, a big thanks to Ed DaVinci here at Liberty High School for helping us out tonight. For Chase Zepp and Jeff, I'm Pat Stoetzer. We'll see you next time on the CMSportsNet Game of the Week.
Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.